Okay. I am going to start out with rocket planes. This is in case I trip across a destroyer or maybe take a pot shot at the Worcester or something. The problem with the British CV is that the rocket planes are not fast. The attack planes or the strike planes are medium speed. They're not super slow, but they're not super fast either. So in terms of like trying to get a lot of enemy intelligence, we don't necessarily have the ability to just leap all over the map and spot everything. Oh, wow, okay. We might actually be able to drop in front of the FDR here. So we can. He probably just turns to the north and gets out. But if he's not really paying attention, he loses 7 planes. If I had enhanced reaction... No, he just recalled. If I had enhanced reaction, I would be able to more accurately guarantee hits. Okay. So, one thing that's nice about British stuff, 3-second lead time on rockets, so you really don't have to lead very much. I think it just slows down. And secondly, the planes are fairly tanky, which is kind of nice. Let's see if we can cut in here. I think we can. And he's just going to cut in as well, I think. Yeah. 1,000, 2, 3, shoot. So, 6K. It's actually pretty sizable. Now, I could continue with rockets. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. Especially because the small one doesn't have smoke. But I don't want to overuse a tool. I don't want to sit on one single plane type too much. Satsuma, Yamato, we are bow in to long-range battleships, so we're probably okay. I don't think the Preußen is much of a threat. So if the Satsuma or Yamato struck at us, they might be able to do something, but I don't expect we would have a lot of threat. I could torp the Smolensk. I didn't expect him to be aggressive here. That's a little surprising. Yamato links up with the Satsuma, which is a bit shocking. I don't really have good torp angles on the Nevsky. He's too close to the island. I feel like Satsuma is actually the play. And we have a heal here, which means that we'll be able to strike in on this. Even though there's 2 ships we're striking into. Let's pop the heal a little early. We did save the 4th plane. Took some flak there. And full speed, pushing through. We want to try to get away from the mid-range. Ugh. And we're too close to the FDR to make the turn, so we're just going to strike the FDR. See if we can scare him a little. Sometimes that's actually useful. Against an enemy CV, kind of like scare the rabbit, make him run around a little bit. Okay, we've got a Nevsky that we can bomb. Again, we've got excellent anti-cruiser capabilities, and our AP bombs might really just wreck the Nevsky's day. There's a Worcester Annapolis over here. I think we're probably going to be okay. Plus, there's a Salem. That's actually quite a lot. The question is, can I drop the Nevsky twice? Can I drop him, get between the Satsuma Preußen, and come back and drop him a second time? I might be able to do this. Let's try to save some boost here. Alright, we're spotted. Smolensk is doing Smolensk things. Let me actually drop a fighter, so he'll keep his AA on. People do like to hear the AA noises, make little pop-pop sounds. And lift up over the flak as we get closer. It's actually super good that the Nevsky is moving away from us. But we can see we got no citadels there. Why? Because our speed was high enough that instead of actually ripping through the deck, we just penned it. So what we need to do here is slow down, pull back on the throttle, and see if we can drop with a more down angle, where we got a single citadel. Not great, but not bad. Alright, we have rockets. Not much we're going to rocket here. I think I'm actually going to stay on the Nevsky. And... no. Actually, I will go with rockets, and we'll try to work on the Elbing. Or potentially the Worcester. Not going to be able to do anything about the sub. These guys need to leave.
All stations retreat.
Because there are 5 against 3. I guess the Satsuma's there to help. Nevsky's a little spooked. Looks like he is moving off to some island cover, and we'll see if we can do something against the Elbing. Which would be really great if somebody would reset that. And battleships are up there, so I could point my nose at this, which is what I actually will do. Let me point my nose to the battleships and see if we can get a reset on the Elbing here. Slowing down, he might be about here. And I'm actually gonna I'm going to skip the animation. I'm gonna left click, which did actually end up to be early because we only got just about nothing off that. Okay, we got a Worcester. Elbing is in smoke. Des Moines might be able to radar, but he didn't. Bombs off the FTG, looking for the Holland of all places. Interesting.
Repel air attack.
All stations, protect that target.
Holland, you are a Holland. You can shoot this. Just saying, buddy. Okay, now he's shooting. We could go after the Annapolis, actually. We have 4 ships over here. If the Des Moines is going to radar, the Elbing probably just gets dead and the Worcester's pinned against the wall. Big question is, what can we do over on this side of the map? And right now, I think that has to deal with the Annapolis. Nevsky is going to be backed up by double battleship. It's not that they're going to do huge amounts of damage, but there's still more. We probably lose 2, maybe 3 planes under the Annapolis here. And because we are dropping in sideways, we're trying to pen through the side of the hull, which absolutely sucked.
Destination reached.
Okay, big damage off the Balau. Are we able to lift over the flak here? Let's actually try and slow down a bit and make that drop count. We didn't drop enough. We didn't slow down enough. So again, no citadels. I said earlier that the 4-point talent, which gives us additional speed for our bombers, can be kind of a mixed blessing. Yes, you do actually get where you're going faster, but that may actually end up affecting what your bombs can do. Okay, the Annapolis is isolated. Nevsky, we could try to go in on. We have a heal, so we could strike into a hard target. 3 ships together is a hard target. We're not going to be able to kill the Nevsky if we hit him. But we do have a fair amount of alpha here. Interesting. I don't really care about the Shima, unfortunately, so I think that's not something I go after. I think I go after the Annapolis. I need to make sure I have the heal going because the Annapolis' AA is brutal. Can we turn this? I'm just gonna recall. I don't think I can do much there. I have a fighter. I can light the Shimakaze. I think we get 2 torps in the Annapolis. Do. We lost a fair amount off that. We lost 2/3 of a squadron, but we did actually finish the kill. And sure enough, yes, Worcester and the other dude are dead in the south because we just had too many people there. There is a submarine doing something, so that's a thing to pay attention to. Not going to be able to Citadel this. We could do good damage on the Roosevelt. And Shima is down, which is nice. Sub is around here somewhere. Let me actually start moving up,
Autopilot mode enabled.
because that'll bring me a little closer to the enemy battleships if we get spotted. We might be able to bounce some shells. Lift up over the flak. We can aim. And let's slam on the brakes while we can. Drop at 120 knots. Some pens, no citadels. Nevsky has, I think, spaced armor, so that does work in her favor. I could try to bomb the FDR. She's a midway hull. Lift over the flak. We're within 3.5. That's no more flak for us. We're too close for flak, switching to continuous. Anything? No. Looks like it all just penned into the superstructures. About the best that we're going to get. And sure enough, we do have some shells that are just going to bounce. So we do get to tank a little for a team.
Autopilot mode disabled.
Which CV is more fun for you, Ensconce, Malta or FDR? I don't tend to like the FDR. FDR is a farming carrier, and I don't tend to be a damage farmer. It's not really my gig. The FDR feels very limited in its toolkit. It just wants to beat on battleships all day. That's about all it really does. Malta is more nimble, but this is the second time I've played her, so I don't have a lot to tell you on that. I think pretty sure the Nevsky just gets shelled down. Might be able to finalize this. Looks a little hemmed in, but he just ends up getting shelled. Either way, he is dead. And I don't have enough health to do anything else. So I could bomb this. I could try to bomb the FDR. Could use rockets. Rockets might give me a fire. Guess I can bomb the Yamato. No, because we're going to run out of time, so it doesn't matter. We're not going to get citadels here. We're not going to get citadels in the FDR. It would just be raw pen damage, which is not bad because you drop a lot of bombs. But if the deck is saturated, it can be underwhelming. And the rockets only have 28mm pens, so they would be able to pen the superstructure, but they wouldn't be able to pen anywhere else, which means that you're just hoping for a fire, and you'll do a little chisel damage, and that's